Hey guys, so for today's video, I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. Every year, we all set new New Year's resolutions, whether we're really buying into the system or not. And honestly, I think it's easy to forget about them throughout the year. So I want to talk about my New Year's resolutions from 2016, talk about how I did on them, and then talk about my new resolutions that I'm setting for 2017. So in 2016, I set two major resolutions for myself. The first one was to get in shape, or at least to get in the routine of working out all the time on a regular basis. Not all the time, but like on a regular basis. And the second resolution was to read more books. So as far as the first resolution goes, I actually really kicked butt with that goal. I really carried myself out throughout the year that I would get into ruts where maybe I wasn't working out for a couple weeks, but I always made sure that I kept in mind how much I wanted that goal for myself. And honestly, what made it easier for me was that I had like a vacation to look forward to the first time, where I said like, I want to be in the best shape of my life for that vacation. And then I had another vacation where I could do it again. And although I didn't necessarily attain the satisfaction that I wanted to, I still got into a routine where I was loving working out, and I was finding workouts that I loved to do and that I looked forward to. And that was just a really big step for me. As far as my second goal goes, I didn't necessarily attain it quite as much, just because reading took a lot more time than I necessarily was setting aside for it. And I was letting it get sidelined, and I just wasn't giving it the same dedication as I was my first goal. My main goal was to read more classic novels while also reading contemporary novels. And I did feel like I achieved that part, because during the summer I was going back and forth between a classic novel and then a modern novel. But I just only probably read like 4 books in my spare time that weren't assigned to me through school. And I think I can do a lot better this year. So 2016 was definitely the first year that I really set resolutions for myself and that I tried to stick to them. And now, taking the time to reflect on those resolutions, I definitely want to do it again and see where I am at the end of the year. So first off, I definitely want to continue the goals that I set next year, but I want to take them to another level. So for my first goal, I want to continue working out, but I want to get into high intensity workouts and also healthier living. So last year, I definitely had a healthy eating lifestyle, but it definitely faded during certain seasons of the year, and just because I felt a lot of judgment from other people, which is so odd, but it was just something that I kind of dealt with. And I think at the beginning of this year, I just really want to get back into it, live the life that I want to live, and most of that is about being healthy. And side note, I just want to put it out there that after going through all of the kind of changes that I did last year when trying to fulfill this goal, I ended up getting a lot more educated just on healthy living in general. And because of that, I feel like I'm like a much better off person, just because I know so much more when people start talking about healthy living and things like that. And I feel a lot more prepared to have those conversations with people and to help other people. When it comes to reading, that is still a goal that I want to pursue more, but I think I want to change it a little bit this year. So instead of picking just reading in general, I want to focus more on reading specific authors. So one person that I kind of read more of last year was Capote, and this year I think I want to read more Ernest Hemingway and other authors of that similar kind of time period. Another goal of mine is to embrace dressing in a way that excites me. So in the past couple of months, I have been taking a lot more risks with how I dress and trying out styles that I would appreciate in other people, but that I wouldn't necessarily actually put on myself. I buy stuff, but I don't necessarily take the time to style it, and I've realized that I really like to do that, and I love to do it for other people. So why wouldn't I kind of put more effort into that in my daily life? Another goal of mine is to take more pictures. So as you guys know, being on YouTube, I have a lot of photo equipment, and I honestly just don't use it enough. So with my new camera, I recently got the Canon 80D. It is the easiest camera to use that I have ever had, which is actually insane because of how like high tech it's supposed to be, but I just find that the way that it's set up is just so easy to understand and use the components of. and to easily correct it, because sometimes I would change settings on my other cameras and I just didn't know how to go back. And on my camera now, I feel like I can do that. So I feel like I'm able to go ahead and take great pictures this year that I didn't do before. Another resolution of mine this year is to get my living space much more cohesively tied together, that I feel at home in it, but I also can manage to keep it clean. So I'm someone that tends to have a lot of stuff going on in their spaces, and I really want to minimize that. So I have set the goal in myself to declutter it and to get my space to a place that I want it to be, designed in a way that I want it to be, and I want to do that all before the start of my next school year. Another goal of mine for this year is to try out new recipes. So I'm someone that likes to cook, I love to bake, but sometimes I end up making the same thing over and over again, and it's something that I was trying to do a little bit last year, but that I didn't necessarily like hold myself to. So this year I really want to get out of the box, try new things, specifically in the kitchen, because I just think it's getting boring to make the same like 5 things for myself. So this is just something that will make my life happier and also more tasty, I guess. And the last goal that I have set for myself is something that is so important, but that I just never do, which is saving money. So I am just really becoming an adult, I guess. I just turned 21 this year. I'm gonna be 22 this year and graduating college. And because of that, I think it's time that I really get involved in finances. So I want to be able to not only manage my own money, but to understand things like the stock market, investing, mortgages, things like that, that I probably won't even use for the next couple years, but that I really want to understand, so that way I can make better decisions for myself and for my future. And now I just feel like I'm like adulting way too hard on you guys. All right, so that is it for my New Year's resolutions video. I hope that you guys liked it. I can't wait to see in a year how I've done on these resolutions. And if you guys have any that you've set, I want to see them in the comments down below, so I can see what you guys want to change about your life, or that you guys just want to improve upon or try or whatever it is. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my content, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! And if you guys want to check out some of my last videos, you can go ahead and click on them here, or click on my face to subscribe.